So have it right. Up the Chels, up the MineralsFC. Big up to every single one of you live and locked in. Hope everyone's doing well, winning live. First and foremost, guys, I want you all to smash to pieces that like button. If you haven't hit that like button, hit it right now as we speak. If you haven't subscribed to MineralsFC, I think we're literally about 10 subs away from 11K already. So make sure you do subscribe to MineralsFC. We got the notification bell, ding dong, let's have it right. Make sure you smash that so you know when we go live. Because as it stands right now, shadow banning is still going on the MineralsFC. I've had countless comments and DMs from MineralsFC Ultras telling me that they're not getting their notifications. They didn't get it from the one on the earlier stream. They haven't been getting it recently. So like I always say to everyone, make sure you do go and check on a daily basis, because I do stream often, that if I'm going live, make sure you know when that is. Because the notifications, well, let's have it right, whether it's on or off, you're not getting them. And that's a problem, because that stops the flow of the live streams. It stops us getting our narrative pushed out. It stops the channel growing, which is exactly why YouTube and the clowns with their agenda on the channel are trying to stop that. So make sure you do smash the like button at the very least, because that helps get the channel out. And make sure you subscribe. And as always, hit the notification. But let's see, I would just keep checking on a daily basis when we're live. Also, we've got the MineralsFC Ultras membership, which is pinned at the top live chat and down below in the description. Respect to everyone in here. Salute to all the MineralsFC Ultras. Tonight, we're doing a review on Aston Villa, Good Evening FC v Chels. Let's have it right. And as it stands, Good Evening 2, Chels 2. Let's have it right. A draw, a point in the bag, and we move from 9th to 9th. In fact, we haven't moved anywhere. But it is what it is, as expected. Respect to everyone in here. The game itself, well, what do we say about this game, bruv? What do we expect anymore? We don't know what to expect with Chelsea anymore. All we know is we've got the excuses of, oh, look at our injuries. The bench that came out today was a joke. As always, names we haven't even heard of, kids that haven't even played, kids that shouldn't be even in on the first team squad bench. And that is the current state of the squad assemblement by these clowns. So have it right. It's just an absolute joke. And as expected, the injury record's a joke, because we all know why. Medical team's been gutted out. They're using freelance doctors. Players have got their own medical team. I said that earlier on the show. I've said it countless times. This is not how you run a football club. This is not how you try and help a first team and a squad and the club as a whole. You need to have a medical team on standby 24/7 to be able to help these players, rehabilitate these players in the right manner. If you don't do that, you're going to get injury lists, as we've got. A lot of players, 11, 12 injuries out? And like I said earlier, most of these players ain't even Chelsea level, bruv. You know, even the players in the first team, a handful can play for Chelsea. The rest, they ain't cutting it. And that is basically the story of Chelsea. That is why we are where we are, mid-table. We're a mid-table club. We're an elite football club. We're the biggest club in London. Let's have it right. We see things they'll never see. Shout out to our Chelsea old boys and MineralsFC Ultra, Chelsea Ultra, bruv. Let's have it right. Smash that like button. You know what I'm saying? So I don't expect anything anymore for the rest of the season. I know what we are. I know what our reality is. I'm not sugarcoating absolutely nothing. There's no trust the process at Chelsea. It's trust the process as far as I'm concerned. Win, lose or draw. It's the same narrative from me. Until these clowns sort out the structure upstairs, nothing will change. You can cry all day long about sacking Pochettino. The reality is they're going to bring in another yes man, and the magic roundabout goes round and round and round again, and we go in the same direction, nowhere. And that's the bottom line, bruv. You know, how much more is everyone going to take? It's just embarrassing at this point. The structure from top to bottom is rotted, but it's the structure from the top that dictates the pitch. So no matter what gaffer, no matter what you do with these players, what they dictate is basically the end result and what we get on show on the pitch. Now, there are positives to take from this game, and there's also negatives. Before I get into that, I want to shout out the women's team who got absolutely fucking robbed tonight. We got a red card and also the penalty decision. And then you got their official, the referee, literally smiling and grinning because of all the brown envelopes that she's going to get. Let's have it right. Absolutely disgraceful. What are you smiling about? What are you smirking about? MA's came out and said it's the worst decision in women's football in Champions League football history, what they did to the Chelsea women's team. And the reality of the situation is it's an absolute disgrace. It's an outright campaign against Chelsea. That is a full robbery. Let's have it right. And if you noticed in the first tie, the Barcelona player came out and said, put pressure on the officials about decisions going against them. And funny enough, in this tie, they get every decision going in their favour. It's no coincidence. Barcelona and Chelsea heritage, we know what that's all about. It's daylight robbery. Well, we still muddied them in the men's team at the Camp Nou. Let's have it right. Go to the final in 2012 and we went and won it. So drink in the minerals, you wrong and bro coloners, bruv. Yeah, but it's sad to see and it's a disgrace. But that is Emma Hayes' last chance to make it, and it's just sad that we're losing Emma Hayes at Chelsea, the last piece of DNA of Roman Abramovich in the women's team. The women's team's growing, the league's growing as a whole. Women's football's growing, and these clowns will be milking it. I guarantee it. They will infiltrate. They've already tried infiltrating. Kerry Winstanley, Stuart Little trying to dictate to Emma Hayes what she should be doing, and she told them, fuck off. Let's have it right. And she's done it countless times, and hopefully she continues to do that. You know what I'm saying? At least until she's still in the job, bruv. But let's have it right. Got robbed, mate. And that is the story. The campaign against Chelsea, bruv. It's an absolute disgrace. The game against Villa. First half. The game plan from Aston Villa was clear as day. Sit back and counter. That's how they try to play. And let's have it right. They got their first goal. Early first goal. Chelsea heads went down. And we tried to take possession after that. And we did. We started to control the game a little bit better. But there was nothing. Couldn't break them down. Can't break down a low block, bruv. As much as they would want it to be slosh pot wet and just pummel it. They couldn't do it against Villa in that first half. And it was an own goal, Cucurella, caught off guard. I mean, Brillo pad all over the gaff. Down the our right-hand side, they got down. You had Trev Chalobah playing right back. You had Mudueke on the right, defensively exposing Trev Chalobah. Look, it's the same old shit. The setup was the setup. I think Trev should have played right back. You can't really play anyone else. You got injuries. No Gusto, no Reece James. And I don't want to see Disarcy right back because he's just a shambles, bruv. So it was the right decision. But on the first goal, it is what it is. It's just the start that we didn't need. And it happened. And that's the way it was. And then obviously they get the second goal. And it's just like 2-0 down. It's half time. You're thinking we're done. We're finished. And to be fair, we played like that. First half, there was no intensity. There was no urgency. There was no hunger. Obviously, you had Jackson, Sloshpot Jackson. Lovely finish. I'll give him credit, but he's always offside, the geezer. And he also got a free header, and he missed that and hit the post and went wide. He should be bags in that. I don't care what anyone tells me. That should have been 2-1 or 1-1 at the time. And that was it, bruv. Positives, we come out in the second half and Pochettino makes changes. And he puts Cucurella inverted in the midfield, allows Casado to sit and pushes Conor Gallagher up top to press the pit bull in midfield. And pretty much that whole game, that whole second half, we didn't let them breathe. They were getting leggy. But I have to call out 2 instances in this game that made Villa play the way they did. And it's not just because Chelsea pressed. They had Martinez off at half time, who is their World Cup winning goalkeeper, clear of our goalkeeper, one of the best goalkeepers. He went off and they brought on some wanked goalkeeper. That's their first striker weakness. The second one is Tielemans going off. Tielemans went off injured in the first half. So you have to understand, bruv, that weakened Aston Villa in our favour. Tielemans, let's have it right, he's quite the engine in the midfield with McGinn, and that weakened them. And that's the reality, bruv. We literally took advantage of that, and we should do. And we kept pressing and pressing and pressing, and we didn't let him get out. And it was very important to do that. And the reason we did that is because Brillo Pad was in the middle of the park, inverted in to support the midfield, to make that midfield a stronger, more press-resistant midfield. And we broke the lines. We stopped Aston Villa getting out. They couldn't take the pressure. And we tried to create. The reality is, Madueke got that 2-1 that raised the spirits in the squad, in the team. It gave us a bit more hope. We were on the front foot. The momentum was with Chelsea, and we have to give the gaffer credit for making that change. And we look like we could get another goal. And if we do get another goal, then let's have it right. We got every chance of going out and getting the 3 points and winning against Villa, because I felt like Villa were nullified. Villa didn't really have much in their locker, and Villa looked tired. They looked tired. Now, it is what it is. You take advantage of that, and we did, and we get the equalising goal. Why? Because of Galladawg. Galladawg land the damn minerals. What a goal. Top bins, curling in. The goalkeeper had no chance. Let's have it right. And we go 2-2, limbs. Absolute limbs in the away end. And I tell you what, yeah, all you Gallagher agenda merchants, you're in the mud, you're in the bin. It's a disgrace, bruv, that these lot slander this player who's been our best midfielder all season. And yes, I say it with chest. He's been our best midfielder all season. Now, Casado got man of the match. He was a fantastic player tonight, but he ain't been all season. I'm talking about all season. Gallagher has been the best midfielder out of that £230 million midfield. That has been looking like a £230 midfield. Do you understand me? So the reality is, left foot, top bins, dug us out, land the damn minerals. That's what the proper Chels Cobham boys do, bruv. Yeah, they dig you out when you need it. All right, that's called DNA. That's the Chels way. All right, and he done that. So all you agenda merchants, take a bow. You make sure you bow. You show your fucking respect to Conor Gallagher. But let's have it right. I want to remind everyone that these clown lakes are going to sell Conor Gallagher no matter what. He's already on the list, the sell list, and they will force him out no matter what for the pound note. Well done. Great. And let's have it right. All the Enzo sexuals, he didn't play today. Let's have it right. There's a reason why we showed the way we played, the intensity in the midfield, because we had legs in the midfield. He hasn't got legs. So all you Enzo sexuals, you can shut the fuck up and jog on. If you want to play a stand, go and play a stand. But don't bring it to Chelsea. So let's have it right. Conor Gallagher, baller, Minerals General, captain, leaded us tonight, and he got us out of trouble. He got us out of jail with another back-to-back defeat. That could have been 3 defeats back-to-back if it wasn't for Conor Gallagher. So drink them damn minerals in and show your respect to Conor Gallagher. Up the Chels, bro. I'm drinking all the Conor Gallagher agenda merchant tears, let's have it right, because they're full of it, yeah? The outright disrespect that this player gets is disgraceful, bruv. Yeah, I'm not saying he's Chelsea high-class Champions League level player, but I tell you what, out of all the money they spent, these clowns, the $1 billion they spent, this guy's clear, bruv. Absolutely clear, and he costs us nothing. And these lot will sell him to Spurs. They don't care, bruv. They'll sell him wherever they want to sell him, bruv, because they need that pound note. What a disgrace, bruv. So let's make sure we remind everyone, and all the MineralsFC ultras know, that Conor Gallagher will be sold in the summer. Don't you ever forget it, because we've got FFP up these clowns' arses. And that's the reason they're going to do it. They are going to sell him. And this player, God knows where we'd be without this player and Cole Palmer. You know, move me on to Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer was very poor today. Expected, if he's not well, he's been thrown in. Why? Out of desperation by these owners, out of desperation, because they can't take any more mudding from the Minerals FC and the Chelsea fan base. Let's have it right. He wasn't good tonight, but let's have it right. He should have scored the winning goal. He played class to get past two players, glided, lovely two little step over, and then had a shot in their goalie's pants, managed to save that. That could have been the Limbs moment in the away end where we go 3-2 up and we've won the game. And let's have it right. We should have won the game, really. It was a tale of two halves in this game, and we should have won the game, you know. But that's the story of our season. That's the story of Chelsea Football Club. That's the story of the inconsistency in this team. Why? Because we don't have experience. We don't have leaders. We don't have experience to fall back on, to manage games, to game manage, to understand how to kill off teams, how to compose yourselves when you're in the lead or when you're behind, how to fight back. They showed good mentality, the kids. They showed good mentality. But it was only in 45 minutes. What about the other 45 minutes? In the first half, we went 2-0 down. Where was the mentality and the intensity in the first half to stop us from going behind to try and come back? This is my point, is that we haven't got a strong enough squad. We don't have a backbone. We don't have leadership. We don't have experience. And this is down to Clown Lake, their recruitment policy of buying under 25-year-olds only, which they're not scrapping. Simon Phillips, you're in the mud, son. Let's have it right. And I just, it's the same old story, really. But Cole Palmer should have put us 3-2 up. He didn't. Maybe if he played the game before and he wasn't unwell, he probably would have put the ball in the net, bruv. He probably would have put the ball in the net. And again, you know, it almost was like we were playing with 10 men because of Mudryk. Mudryk's out of depth. Mudryk's not playing with any confidence. Mudryk is probably being forced out as well as we speak. You know, the reality situation is Mudryk isn't doing it. He's not being played regular. He's only playing because Sterling's out. You know, he only played the last game because Cole Palmer is ill from the previous game against Arsenal. And tonight he's playing because Enzo Fernandez is not playing, which meant we would have had a three-man midfield, which would have put Cole Palmer on the right, and you would have had probably Madueke playing on the left at this rate with Jackson up top. That's the reality, bruv. I just look. The bottom line is this fan base overhype players. They expect these players to be like world class when the reality is they're not. They're nowhere near it, bruv. So it's like you're getting what it says on the tin with these players. The majority of these players are just not good enough. We are a Cole Palmer FC. We are literally reliant upon Cole Palmer. We're reliant upon a 40-year-old Thiago Silva at the back. We're reliant on a Conor Gallagher who's going to get shipped out and has been exiled, bruv. We're reliant on these three players. After spending 1 billion, that shouldn't be the case. But no one wants to speak that narrative. Because why? They want to prop these players because it's the manager's fault that we are playing the way we are playing. It's the manager's fault. He's the scapegoat. He's the fall guy. No, Pochettino ain't the fall guy. In fact, I have to give Pochettino credit for landing the damn Minerals, calling out this project, saying that he needs experience, saying that the owners need to reassess the model, and he's been scrutinised for it. Yeah? They will put all the blame on him, putting out narratives like he needs to motivate the players. No, how can you motivate with these circumstances? The circumstances, the environment at Chelsea Football Club, the environment upstairs and behind the scenes is fucking toxic. And as I told everyone on my previous stream, salute to everyone in here, they sent MI5, yes, let's have it right, Agent Smiths, like in the Matrix, the brown envelope Matrix. These clowns sent these suits and boots into Cobham this week on Thursday with black bin bags, going up, putting all the employees in Cobham into certain rooms and getting them to put their mobile phones and laptops in these bin bags to then interrogate them and go through their phones, go through their mobiles, all their phone numbers, conversations, text messages, emails, to then what? To see if there's been any leaks, because the leaks are there. The model is being exposed. The gaffer's speaking out. And that whole stunt from Simon Phillips and this wannabe journalist saying that Chelsea are going to scrap, the owners are going to scrap the under-25 youth model is a load of lies. It's all lies. They're worried. They're scared. And this is the point. They are literally running it their way. They're trying to control everyone behind the scenes. And this is where we are at Chelsea. It's toxic. It's disgraceful. It's a dictatorship from these clowns upstairs. So don't ever forget it. And this is what's happening at Chelsea. These are facts. I know it. The one that's told me, salute to you, my geezer, proper Chels. The person works there. Witnessed it, bruv. Witnessed it. It happened to them firsthand. So I ain't waffling. I ain't bullshitting. And it will come out. The reality is, what are they scared of, these owners? What are they scared of getting out? Why should there be anything to be worried about? What leaks can come out of this club? What? The fact that you've gutted us, destroyed us, you've sacked everyone that could leak anything? You're trying to NDA, get everyone on NDAs. This is what's going on at Chelsea. I don't blame these players that play for Chelsea to work in this environment under these circumstances. I don't blame Pochettino. I always said when he first got the job, he will be the scapegoat. He'll be the fall guy. You go on Twitter Spaces tonight, you're hearing melts coming out saying it's Pochettino. He's not going to win us the league. He's not this. He's not that. He can't get the best out of players. Well, today he saved us from humiliation, from losing 3 back-to-back defeats. Yeah? Do you understand me? He made a tactical change that done good evening and put him in the bin and in the mud. And we were very unlucky not to win it. Cole Palmer could have won it for us. And then we get the chance. And disaster comes on. Cassidy comes on. And we try and we press and we get that cross come in. And disaster heads it, crossbar in, limbs in the away end. And it's 3-2. Or is it? Or is it? Because there was a push from Badashile. Todd Bowley, Meatloaf Bowley went to France in a Lamborghini, come back in a Nissan Micro with Badashile. Nudged him, pushed the Villa defender, who, let's have it right, should have held his ground, really. Let's have it right, he should have held his ground. Why didn't he hold his ground? Didn't hold his ground. He sort of fell off the ball. The ball went in the direction where he was trying to go, but he went out of the direction because of the nudge. The ball comes in, Disasi, and then we got via VAR. And VAR decided to overrule the goal, and it stays 2-2. Now, in my opinion, if that's happening to me at Chelsea, and it did, it's a robbery, it's a disgrace, it's not a foul. And I think at the end of the day, we should have won this game. We should have won the game. We should have had 3 points. And that's the reality, bruv. We got robbed. We got robbed in the women's team as well. So that's 2 robberies in a day. Twice in a day, we've been robbed. You can say campaign against Chelsea. But what I call for, if that is a foul, if that isn't allowed to happen, and that's a disallowed goal, why didn't you do it against Arsenal? Why didn't you do it against Man City? The reality is, the VAR officials and the officials in this game are corrupt to fucking shit, all right? And the reality is they're not consistent. And that's why we are in this possession, bruv. A shoulder nudge, what we doing here, bruv? What we doing here? That's part of the men's game. So, again, robbed of 3 points. That will be the narrative. That will be the toxic positivity PR stunt. I'm just saying it as it is. I keep it real, bruv. I'm not gonna go and say no. That shouldn't be a goal. It should be a goal. And if it should be a goal, then the officials need to be consistent with it throughout every game. The reality is they're not. They're wishy-washy, fucking brown envelope wrong-uns. Every official's bought, tapped up, and we know that. We've seen it in the past with Chelsea countless times. How many times we've been robbed? Our club's been the most robbed club out of any club, bruv. You understand me? We've had a whole fucking club robbed of our owner from us, bruv. Yeah, by the UK government and Boris Johnson. Oh, yes, stay indoors, guys. Stay indoors. Don't go out. Don't see anyone on Christmas dinner. But we'll be all out having a fucking massive orgy in Parliament while you lot are all locked up and you can't see your family. Yeah, fuck off. Get in the bin. You robbed our football club, all right? And you brought us these Yanks from Moneyball that have destroyed our football club, and that's the reality of the situation, bruv. So let's have it right, yeah? Fuck VAR, fuck the officials, fuck the UK government, fuck Clown Lake. That's my narrative, bruv. I'm done with all of them, bruv. The reality is we got robbed, yes. The PR will be Chelsea got robbed. Pochettino says, what the fuck is this? When it happened, I don't blame the gaffer. I like the fact that he's fighting. Madueke scores the first goal, runs up, turns around, goes to the away end, taps the bag, squeezes it. Fuck off, man. He's a grasshopper that does step overs flat-footed. The guy's not Chelsea level, and I just don't rate this guy. He got us a goal, fair play, but the whole game, really, what we doing here? What about the Arsenal game? What about all this stunt with the penalty and all this shit? You know, it's too toxic behind the scenes. You know, it is what it is, bruv. It is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? But let's have it right. I'm sure, bruv. Shout out Cursor, bruv. Boom. You know, I'm sure this little merchant here is going, Chelsea are back.
Greetings from Centre Parks, by the way. That's the background. I hope you're all well. This is just ridiculous, though, isn't it?
Oh, are you fucking having me on? Are you joking me right now? That's how deep that. This is how far they reach. Let me smoke that for you, Siri Merchant, yeah? Let me smoke that for you, Ted Lasso-Bowley, yeah? You think you can fool us? You're a long way from Starbucks, mate. Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Let's have it right. Let's have it right. I will say this. Pochettino says VAR's damaged English football for me, damaged the image of football. It was a goal. It's unbelievable and ridiculous. 2 weeks ago against Man City, it was a handball and it was not a penalty. Let's have it right. We got robbed there as well by the Grealish handball in the semi-final. The reality is, yeah, if you don't take your chances, you have to rely upon these moments. And when these moments happen, all you do is cry about it. The reality is we were 2-0 down, and we shouldn't be 2-0 down against a Villa. All right? We shouldn't be 2-0 down. We should have managed the game better in the first half. We didn't. We should have made sure players are on side to take chances. We should have had Jackson putting that header away. The reality is we don't take our chances. Madueke, not good enough in the first half. The second half was down to Casado and Cucurella being minerals generals in the midfield to allow Conor Gallagher and the whole team as a whole to press up top. So every time Villa got the ball, they lose it and we nick it off them and keep the pressure all the time, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? I'll give it to the players and to Madueke and all that. They tried. They wanted to get back in the game, and I respect that. I'm not throwing it away from them. But the reality is they're too inconsistent. They're not good enough. They're not going to get better in these circumstances. I want people to understand that. How do you expect these players like Mudryk, Madueke's, Casados, Enzo's, all these guys to develop, bruv, if the environment is not right for them to develop? The circumstances ain't right. You know, the supporters are relentless. We don't give patience and time, bruv. We're not used to it and we won't be used to it. There's nothing to be patient with this model and this whole project, because it's a fugazi and it's a failure. And that's the reality of the situation, bruv. You know what I'm saying? It's a reality. I just feel like all these excuses of injuries, we shouldn't be having excuses. This is Chelsea Football Club. We have to dig it out. We have to put on the shirt and we have to fight. In the second half, we fought, and I respect it. I respect that highly, you know. And we were very unlucky not to get the 3 points. The reality is we didn't get the 3 points. So I don't give praise like that. I give you praise if you win the game, but to give you praise for being 2-0 down coming back, it's not enough. I want to see a consistent run. I need to beat them Spursies, bruv. Yeah, I need a Spursy win. I'm back here again, like I was early in the season, saying we have to beat Spurs. Do I think we'll beat Spurs? I think we will beat Spurs. I think we will beat Spurs because it's just a Spursy DNA that they capitulate, and they always capitulate against us. And I need that. I need to drink them Spursy tears, bruv, and mud them. You know what I'm saying? But the reality situation is, I don't know, bruv, the way we are, Cole Palmer being our best player is very, very worrying, bruv. And without Cole Palmer, we're a relegation side. We're a mid-table side at best, bruv. You know what I'm saying? We are a mid-table team at best. And that is sad. And we got tonked by Arsenal. We got a 5-0 tonking, bruv. Yeah, the worst in a long time. So, you know, a draw, we were saved by humiliation, but I don't want to hear Poch agenda. I don't want him. He's Spursy, proper Spursy, bruv. He's a Spursy gaffer. But the reality is, he deserves the credit today. He made the right tactical change, and we got out of jail in that sense because of Conor Gallagher. And Conor Gallagher, whether you like him or not, he does what it says on the tin, and he will wear his heart on his sleeve for this Chelsea crest. And that is all we ask for as a bare fucking minimum. Unfortunately, a lot of these players don't do it. They don't do it. I don't know, for whatever reason. They're there laughing when we lose a semi-final instead of fucking in their tears and showing that they need to turn it around. Then they turn up against Arsenal as a shambles, bruv. You know, Connor is a very important player for this team, and the agenda on him is the usual because he's not from Brazil. It's not Galladawg or anything like that. It's because it's Conor Gallagher and he's been here at the age of 6 years old and he's from Cobham. No, let's sell him. Let's cash in, bruv. You know what I'm saying? Let's cash in on him. Let's go and buy some other fucking Brazilian from somewhere, you know, who ain't got the minerals to land in the Premier League. I want to bring up Enzo very quickly because everyone's going, oh, we got a result without Enzo. It's pretty embarrassing that you're having to say that to feed an agenda on Enzo, because the reality is we drew the fucking game. We didn't even win the game, and we were 2-0 down. But the reason we got back in the game is because Conor Gallagher, Casado in the midfield with Cucurella, and the pressing and the fighting from the players. The reality is Enzo Fernandez, if he was in that game, we probably would have lost the game. Probably, more than likely. The reason being is Pochettino wouldn't have made that tactical change because he's got the options in midfield. I think the fact that he didn't have Enzo on the bench or anyone else on the bench, it was forced to make that tactical decision. I think going forward, he needs to make that more. The balance looked right. But with Enzo, the balance ain't there. The guy, for me, runs like he's running underwater in mud, and he hasn't got that strength to be in the middle of the park in the Premier League. And I think that's all it is. No one's doubting his ability or his potential and talent, because we know he's got it. But the reality is, I just don't think that he's got what it takes to be a Premier League player and a Chelsea player, you know. But he did perform when we had experience last season. He looked very good. Maybe we need to bring some fucking experience into this team so that these players, we don't rely upon Enzo Fernandez and Casado to carry us, or a Conor Gallagher to carry us. They shouldn't be carrying us. Yeah. They shouldn't be leading us. We should have generals in the midfield. We should have experience and leaders of world-class level to guide these players, to set a benchmark to these players in the squad. The model doesn't allow that. And that's why we are where we are, bruv. That's why we are where we are. Do you understand me? Yeah. Big up Adam K says it's been Clown Lake and Meatloaf Bowley tactics all season, and now it's Pochettino's tactics because he knows he's getting sacked, so nothing to lose. And I like that. That is bang on the money, because Pochettino is showing a bit of fight now. He's fighting for his own dignity and self-respect and professionalism. He's worked very hard to be where he is, and he's not going to allow these clowns to fucking mud him. He knows he's going to get sacked anyway. He knows he's a dead man walking, and the reality is the fan base are going to turn on him before they turn on Kerry Eamon, Stanley, Stuart Little, or the clowns themselves upstairs. And that's the sad facts of the state of the fan base and the divide in the fan base, is that they're not focusing on the core problem, which is the model at Chelsea Football Club, which dictates everything on this pitch. And until we address that and change that, nothing's going to change. We're going to sell the players that this is how ridiculous it is. And this is what it's all about, making money and cash flow for these clowns. Yeah. Is that they'll sell players like Connor. They'll sell players like Trev. They'll sell Mudueke. They'll sell Mudryk. They'll sell players that they've bought, and they'll sell them for profit. All right. And bring in players with, again, no experience and young, all right, to go into the first team to recycle that again. Well, what's the point in selling players that have had another year of experience at Chelsea level to sell them to then bring you less experience again to go into a new season. Make it make sense, because their model is designed to create a profitable cash flow. All right. And as long as they're making profits, they don't give a shit about the football team. The football team is second priority, if not third priority, to them building an increasing business value and financial value than winning or losing on the pitch. It's more important than that. You know what I'm saying? These are facts of the matter. And Pochettino did come out. As I said earlier, he came out and landed damn minerals. And I'll relay what he said, because it's very important that everyone understands that Pochettino, at this moment in time, has said it for what it really is, you know. And let me get it up because it's here somewhere. Where is it? Smash that like button, everyone. Smash to pieces that like button. It's very important you smash the like button, guys. Yeah. He says Mauricio Pochettino's questioned the club strategy, saying the club needs to come up with a smarter strategy, and inconsistency is inevitable with such a young team. The result increases the scrutiny on Pochettino, who will hold talks with Chelsea officials at the end of the season amid uncertainty over his future at the club. He knows his future at the club is uncertain, and that's what I'm saying, bruv. You know, the reality is he's getting... If this was a Jose Mourinho, a Thomas Tuchel saying what was just been said there, and basically calling out the directors, also saying, if my job's being questioned and I'm under scrutiny, then everyone else's role at the club should be, i.e. Kerry Winstanley, Stuart Little, and the board themselves. They should be put under scrutiny for the decisions being made. If you're coming at Pochettino, the reality is, if Mourinho, Tuchel came out and said what Pochettino said, everyone would be praising it, backing it, lapping it up. But because it's Pochettino and they've got an agenda on him, because obviously he's Spursy, I get that, and you want him out, and I do as well. I want an elite gaffer. I don't want mid-level gaffers and ex-Spursy gaffers. But on this note, in defence to him, if because he said it, everyone's disregarding it. Everyone's going, oh, he's trying to make up for all the mistakes he's made and blame the owners up top. Fucking right, you blame the owners up top because of the team that he's got, the squad he's got. You know what I'm saying? These are facts, bruv. You know what I mean? Give him praise for landing it, for landing minerals for what it is. You know what I mean? No one else is fucking well doing it, and at least our gaffer's doing it. You know, I respect him for it. I've got more respect for him right now than I have for anyone at this football club right now. All right? Any other gaffer that says that in charge, Jellyfish Potter didn't say nothing. He said the boys gave everything. We just have to keep working harder. We have to trust the process. That's all we fucking well got. Well, Pochettino's been doing that ever since he got in the job, and he knows he's lying to the supporters, and now he's trying to cry out and let the supporters know in a cryptic way, was pretty obvious for me, unless you're that stupid. He's trying to let the supporters know it's the model that's killing us. It's the fact that I don't have any experience. Look at the players I'm having to rely upon. Look at the inexperience I've got. What do you expect? In fact, Pochettino's working fucking miracles right now with this squad. He's working miracles, bruv. What he's doing with his team is unbelievable. And yet, he got them to press the way they did. He got them to attack Villa. They were leggy. They had injuries in that game that were to our benefit. And he went for it, and we went for their throats. And I respect Pochettino for doing that, you know. And he feels he's robbed, and I do. I think we're robbed. We've been robbed tonight. Let's have it right. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you got Melts in the fan base twerking for the herpes because he plays the horizontal vertical, you know. And they're cutting shapes 24/7 in their mum's basement. You know what I'm saying? These Twitter virgins, football manager melts, you know, these young kids that are putting in my comments, you know, money and smelling money because Conor Gallagher's going to get it sold. This is what our fan base being infiltrated with. These are the type of melts that these clowns feed off. You understand me? They're the ones that they want in the masses on social media. De Zerbi, yeah, let's have it right. He's nowhere near. I don't want him anywhere near Chelsea Football Club. He's a fucking failure at Brighton. Let's have it right. He's another one. He's another hipster. It's just embarrassing, bruv. Like Pochettino, yeah, is better than all the managers that they've given us on the list. Why have they given us these managers on the list? Because they want to keep Pochettino, but the reality is the reason these bin bags are flying about at Cobham with everyone putting their laptops and all their phones in there, all the staff, is because people are speaking out. Behind the scenes, they know how bad it is and toxic it is. They know that they're all told not to speak. They're all told not to leak out information. They're told not to speak to players. The players are being told not to speak to employees because they don't want any leaks coming out. Why? Why don't they want the leaks, bruv? Why? Because the facts come out. The truth always comes out. And the truth will come out. Yeah? But the reality is, as I always say, Pochettino's letting everyone know. It came out and broke out 2 days ago that the owners are not happy with what Pochettino said, discrediting the model. So they got a Simon Phillips to come out and say they're going to scrap the under 25 model, which is an outright fucking lie, because you got Paulstein coming out saying, what did he say? I've not heard of anything with changes of the model. I haven't heard anything. In fact, Gusto and Palmer are very young without any experience, but they seem to be doing very well. It's not just about experience and age. You understand me? So the real mouthpieces for the club won't stick their neck on the line to say that the under 25 model has been scrapped, because it ain't been scrapped, bruv. Let's have it right. Yeah? Let's have it right. And let's say it for what it is. Big up Balance. He says, I'm a United fan, but I bet on games. So I was looking at Chelsea stats the other day, Johnny. Cole Palmer has actually gotten you guys like 20 points. I know this. Big up to you, Geezer. United fan in there as well, supporting the MineralsFC. Respect to you, my man. Let's have it right. Without Cole Palmer's GA, which you're looking at 20 points, let's do it right now. Let's do it right now. Because we know where we are on the table. Let's do it live on the stream. Chelsea have 48 points now, sitting ninth. A goal difference of 4. All right? 20 points. That leaves us with 28 points. That puts us currently 16th in the league. 16th in the league, minus the 20 points from Cole Palmer alone. And that's without finishing the season. That's relegation fight. That's relegation battle. That's beyond saying we're a mid-table club. That's outright fucking disgraceful. Yeah? And we spent 1 billion, 235 million gone to seagull merchants. Wake up and smell the Lavazza Super Crema and stop being a long way from Starbucks. All these supporters are deluded that go on these YouTube platforms, go on there and say, it's the gaffer, we need a better gaffer, we need someone who plays the horizontal and vertical, the whole model set up for De Zerbi, the whole model set up for Thomas Frank. What are we doing here, bruv? What are we doing here? They're fighting relegation, bruv. Thomas Frank's Brentford is 16th. We would be literally on par with Brentford without Cole Palmer, right? And that's why we went and got their set-piece taker, the guru from Brentford. So have it right. Make it make sense. Listen, you get where you buy from. If I go to Stoney, I'm going to look $1 million, bruv. So have it right. If I go to C&A, BHS, you know what I'm saying? I go to Primark. Am I going to look as good, bruv? Let's be real about it. Am I going to look as good? No chance. I might be a millionaire, but am I going to look like $1 million? Absolutely not, bruv. Where you buy is what determines what products you end up putting out. If you're buying from mid-table clubs, PSV, yeah, you're buying from Monaco, who are almost getting relegated, Badashile Disasi, Mudueke from PSV Eindhoven, bruv, all right? You're buying players from the Seagull merchants, who are, where are they? 12th, not even mid-table, let's have it right. You're buying players from Brazilian leagues that are unproven. What quality do you expect to get? What, you think you've got time to develop these players? Develop them how? How are you going to develop them if they don't play regular? And they're only going to play regular in the first team because you ain't putting them in the under 23s, under 22s if you're offering it to say, come play at Chelsea because we've got so much hope for you because you're a super youth talent. No, their promise is come to Chelsea because we're going to play you in the first team. Well, Pochettino's not a fucking there to run a kindergarten, mate. And that's the reality. It's not his fault. He's been dealt a shit hand. Thomas Tuchel walked away from this project like Nagelsmann and Enrique, who said, this project's not for football, bruv. Yeah? That's why we are where we are, bruv. 20 points, bruv, from Cole Palmer. 20 points. You buy the best and you get the best. If you go out the market and go and buy, I don't know, Frankie de Jong, you know what I'm saying? You go and get an Mbappe, bruv. You go and buy the best young talent out there. Then you'll get better results. You get mentality. You get a balance, bruv. Yeah? You keep Casado come to Chelsea. Oh, it's because of N'Golo Kante and Makelele, but N'Golo Kante especially. You allow N'Golo Kante to be in the squad so you can Casado can learn off him. And learn his trade, bruv. Like you've got Chalobah, who's been learning off Thiago Silva for the last 3 years. Right? You got these young players at Liverpool learning off Van Dijk. You know what I'm saying? This is the problem. Transition, bruv. They don't care about transition. They just want to nip it in the bud. They want to get rid of everything in the squad that is Roman or ex-Chelsea DNA. They want it out the club, bruv. All right? So that it can rebuild, implement their new fucking toxic COVID-19 bloodstream into our football club. All right, and PR it as the next new gen of revolutionising football as a whole. That's where we are, bruv. Big up Brian says, fuck VAR, up the Chelsea, up the Minerals, long live Chelsea old boys. Let's have it right. Let's have it right. This is what I'm talking about, guys. But guys, everyone in here, smash the like button. Every single one of you, smash to pieces the like button. Make sure you do subscribe to Minerals FC. We're very close to the 11K, which is a massive achievement. And everyone part of the channel should be proud, bruv, that we are growing in numbers. And the narrative is getting out there, bruv. You know what I'm saying? People are propping Nicholas Jackson. He has some good moments, but the reality is the guy can't finish his dinner. The guy can't hit a barn door, bruv. And his hold up, his runs, some touches are decent, but it's not enough, bruv. You know, this is the same old story with Chelsea. I look at all these players, bruv, and I just don't see where they're turning into world beaters. I don't see it, you know. Out of all the players in our squad, Cole Palmer, Gallagher, Casado, and Gusto are the main ones I'm keeping. Everyone else, I'd get shot of them, bruv. I'd get shot of all of them. Let's have it right and rebuild. What does that tell you about the recruitment policy? What does it tell you about this AI scanning and data that's dictating what we buy and how we buy? What about the fact that Pochettino hasn't spoken to the owners and spoken outright about that? I'd keep Chalobah, of course, and Reece James. Don't get me wrong, bruv. That goes without saying, bruv. I did say Reece James. But what are they saying? Why are they not speaking to the gaffer? Because the gaffer's not been built with. The gaffer's not been backed. They're not listening to Pochettino. They won't listen to any gaffer. The gaffer is the model. It's the model they listen to because that's what makes the money, bruv. Do you understand me? Yeah? Let's have it right. And it was outright documented, yeah? that he hasn't spoken to, the owners haven't spoken to him. Yeah. You know what I'm saying, mate? Yeah. So all this false propaganda that we've been hearing during the season, that he's talking to them and we're going to discuss things about what players to buy in the summer. Nah, mate, bruv. They're not. They're not going to be buying for Pochettino. They're not buying for the next manager that comes in. They're buying for their model and their profit-making scams. All right. And that's why they got Carrington, Stanley there and Stuart Little, bruv. Because no elite director would want to be part of it, nor like any elite gaffer would want to be part of it. So, like I say to everyone, all right, we need to change this model and not accept this at the club right now. And the only way we can change it is by protesting. And again, a result like this today, and let's say we won today. Let's just say we won. The PR comes out, the toxic positivity comes out. Oh, we beat Villa, they're fighting for Champions League. The reality is we got absolutely fucking spanked by Arsenal. And I don't forget that. And that only happened the game before. We got done by Man City. We got done by the teams that are in a title race. We are nowhere near a title race. We're nowhere near Conference League positions. Yeah. So where's all this toxic positivity coming from? That's what I want to ask. Yeah. Because most of these clowns in the fan base that have got an influence, yeah, they don't even know what the project is, bruv. They don't do their own research. They don't go and listen to the clowns. In fact, I got it today. Shout out to Eddie Newton today, who went on Talk Sport and called out the owners. Yeah. Eddie Newton played for Chelsea. Let's have it right. Scored in the FA Cup final. Right. Where is it? Let me get it up. Egbali, the Siri merchant, in an interview, he said, we looked at it and we think European sports is probably 20 years behind US sports in terms of sophistication on the commercial side and sophistication on the data side. Commercial side, monetary. Data side, delusion. I had one super high level sporting director at the world's biggest top 3 European clubs tell me when I asked about their approach to data and said the data is my eyes, he has 6 scouts, no data. Any league here in the US, there are 20, 30 data analysts and we use data, which is what they're doing at Chelsea Football Club. Not just for player scouting, for recruiting their directors, for recruiting their gaffers. And they use data and analysts and a data team, 20 to 30 data analysts for YouTube, Twitter, every media platform. And they have a team watching us right now. They have a team reporting us. Every time the shadow ban finishes, they bring in another shadow ban on the Minerals FC. They will go to any other platform, like they went to the United platform that has been calling out the owners and the new owners and the structure and doing their research. They're shadow banned, bruv. And they will keep repeating that. And that's why you get reports. They get you to slow down the algorithm. They get you to slow down the traction and the feed, all right, to help you grow, to help your message get out. That's what they're doing with social media. So when they put out all the PR, they use the data to see when the best timing is. They use the specific journalists that are in their pocket at the right times, conducted and orchestrated by their communications director, Tom Roddy, who is from the Times, owned by Rupert Murdoch. And Rupert Murdoch owns every media platform in sports especially. Let's have it right. They're all tapped up. They're all used. So anyone working for these companies has to follow suit and push the right narrative. In fact, even Simon Jordan went against the owners recently because he, after the Arsenal result, and he says they need to get it right. They need to bring in experience. Everyone's fucking saying it, but these lot don't want that to be pushed out. They don't want that narrative. Why? Because they got no intention of changing it. So they want more and more results like this. Up, down, up, down, up, down, to create a false hope, toxic positivity, and go, look, they just need time. We just need time. Like Meatloaf Bailey comes out in Forbes and says, we need to stay on course because, it's a 5-year project. It's delusion. It's a 5-year project to make money, to develop players that they can't even fucking develop, but advertise them, put them in a shop window at Chelsea Football Club where the world of football can watch Chelsea, all right? And it's the Chelsea supporters that have the mentality and have the standards set where we raise the players because we're at the games and we push the players because the owners ain't doing that and the gaffer's trying his best, but he can't do it. This is where we are now. And it's that is actually allowing these players to overachieve. And I've said it and I'm saying it now. A lot of these players are overachieving for what they really are, and we are mid-table. Because the reality is, a lot of these players should be nowhere near Chelsea, nowhere near this first team. They should be in a youth team, all right? That's number one. Number two, another scary thing is, look at Amari Hutchinson, but look where he's playing. Ipswich. He scores a banger or 2 goals. He's developing in the right way. He's not been thrown into Chelsea to develop. And that's the story of a lot of these players that are in our team right now. They're not ready to be developed at this level, at a club of this stature. They need to be at a lower club. No, what they've done is they've brought our fucking club to the level they want to suit the players they buy, to develop them, to suit the money-making scams like a Seagull Merchants. These are the facts. And this is what the owners have done. Deliberately sabotaged it. Another scary thing is, like I've said countless times, you put Mudryk into Arsenal's team, he'll be better. Whether you think he's shit or good or not, he'll be better at Arsenal. Just like Kai Havertz is fucking better in an Arsenal team than he is in a Chelsea team. Why? Experience, youth, balance, core, stability, aligned structure, Lego head getting backed. That's why they are where they are. The same Manchester City, backed gaffer, structure, all aligned, owners aligned, players world class, young players, inexperienced and young winners, blend, blueprint. Why they're the benchmark. You put Enzo in Man City's team, he'll ball out. You put Casado in Arsenal, Man City, Liverpool's team, he improves them. You put Trev Chalobah at Man United, you put Trev Chalobah at City, he'll be better. You could put Thiago Silva in their teams and he will make them better in the back. But why at Chelsea does everyone look shit? Why does everyone at Chelsea not look good? Because the whole team has been assembled by mid-directors, data analysts, AI scouting, and fucking clowns. And that's not how you build a first team. That's not how you run a football club. And nothing's aligned to the gaffer. The gaffer in the dugout is dictated by those upstairs. Roman did that. Roman dictated everything, but he brought the professionals, elite Peter Kenyans, he brought elite directors. He went and bought elite fucking players. And he didn't give a shit about money. And that's what he did. And he built a team. He allowed a gaffer to build a team. He gave Mourinho the keys. And Mourinho went and won back-to-back titles, bruv. Had us up there straight away against a Sir Alex Ferguson Man United, against an Arsene Wenger Arsenal, who were dominating in that era. And we dominated them. And then we went on to dominate for the next 18 years. Because he knew and understood how football should be run and he got the right people. And John Terry even said it. Roman made sure he gave everyone what they needed to make sure they win. That was the number one priority, to win, not make money. All right? He said, John Terry, that these owners make all the decisions. Wake the fuck up and understand that There is no alignment. There is no cohesion. There is no backing a gaffer. There is no backing the football team and building a team to win. It's building a super youth team to develop them, to sell them for pound notes. Let's have it right, bruv. Yeah? Let's have it right. We land the minerals everywhere we go. Yeah? These are the facts, bruv. These are the facts. Smash the like button, guys. We've got almost 300 you in here. Respect to everyone in here. Listen to True Narrative. Listen to Minerals Land. And I want you all to smash to pieces the like button. Smash to piece the like button. Every single one of you. Make sure you do subscribe and help the channel. Because I tell you what, people trying to cancel us. So have it right. Because of what I say. You know, we say it as it is. We understand. And I give credit to players tonight. You know, they fought hard and they come back. And respect to them, bruv. Respect to them. You know what I'm saying? But this yes man model, this yes man tax. Remember back when we had Jellyfish Potter and I was saying he's a yes man since December in that season. I was saying he's a yes man, yes man, yes man, yes man. And then you had all these blue tick accounts, the little pies and mashes, copy and paste. They're all going, what's this yes man? And what do you mean he's a yes man? All right? Now you know what a yes man is, bruv. Everyone knows what a yes man is. Yeah? Well, Pochettino's fighting that right now. He's fighting that because he knows he's going to get sacked. So I respect him. Yeah? What are they going to do? Sack him for telling the truth? He's not breach a contract. If he wants to speak out in a certain way, he can always go, well, my English is not good, you know? I didn't mean that in court. Yeah? Let's have it right. Get a top-notch lawyer. He'll fight and find the loophole against the NDA, bruv. Let's have it right. I want an elite gaffer. I want to bring some experience in this team. And I don't want to hear washed-up players. I want to hear current players, bruv. And the only way you can do that is by paying high wages to tempt them to come to Chelsea, to buy into the project, a project that needs to be rectified and changed and tweaked. I've been saying this for over a year and nothing is changing, bruv. Why? Because it came out from Paulstein and Fabrizio and Ben Toothpick Jacobs that the owners are not going to change it because they're too far into the model and they just need to stick with the process. They will not change until we make them change. And that's all I've got to say. Until we do that, expect the same outcome every single game, bruv. Every single game, bruv. You understand me? Yeah. Respect to Brian. He says, Johnny, forever mudding these bozos. Up the Chels, up the Minerals. Forever. Let's have it right. I do. I ain't stopping, bruv. I'm always mudding them 24/7. And like I say, I don't give a shit about the clicks. All I want is the narrative to be pushed out. That's all I want. I want it to be pushed out. It needs to be pushed out. Because too many of these wrong-uns, yeah, are too interested in their own benefit, their own pocket. You know what I'm saying? There is no process at Chelsea Football Club. There is no ambition to be successful and win at this football club because you don't sack your elite gaffer in Thomas Tuchel. You don't bring in an experienced Jellyfish Potter. You don't ransack mid clubs, average clubs for players. You don't go and buy unproven players and strip your club of a Champions League winning team and all of the experience, bruv. You don't lower your wage structure so it eliminates you in the market to buy the best players that you can buy. You don't spend 1 billion doing it. You don't bring in mid directors. You don't bring in mid gaffers. This is not ambitious. This is ambition for making money with the model. And let's have it right, you're not wrong. It's a gamble. Everything's a gamble with these clowns. And I tell you what, they're sweating right now. I'll tell you why they're sweating. It's going to be another year without European football. No European football revenue coming in. That's going to affect us going forward, which means they can't go in the market and spend on the big players, irrespective, bruv. I don't think people understand how bad it is, right? I say what I say because of what I know, but I say it irrespective, win, lose, or draw, bruv, because every day it has to be put out like they are relentlessly putting out false bullshit 24/7. That's all they do with the PR, bruv. That's all they do. Now, the PR will be, we got robbed. We did. We did get robbed. But that's all they're going to hang on to. And don't get it twisted. Come the end of the season, they're going to say the data told us that we'd be in top four. We've built a 100-point team because the data analysts have given us this because they're all AI fucking robots, yeah? All right? We have to stay on course. You know, if we didn't get robbed against Aston Villa, if we didn't get robbed against Manchester City, we could have won an FA Cup and we could have been in Europa League. If we didn't get this decision, that decision, if we finished our chances because our XG was so fucking good, we would be in the top four and we would be in European football. Bullshit, bruv. It's absolute bullshit. You can't fool and cheat with football. You can't cheat the system. The blueprint. It's a blueprint for a reason. The Premier League is relentless. Football itself is a gamble. You could go and buy Mbappe tomorrow and he can go and do his ACL. That's football, bruv. Even R9, how many record transfers? And the guy done 2 ACLs. He still came back. He still landed minerals. Still won 2 World Cups. Still fucking won it all. Do you know what I'm saying? Still was the best player on the planet, right? These are things happening in football. But look at Real Madrid. They have a balance. They still kept Modric. They still kept Kroos. They keep experience and they bleed through with the young players to learn off them, to have a benchmark and a standard, bruv. We don't have that, bruv. We don't have that. You know what I'm saying? Big up to Adam. He says, I just got back now. Big up to you, my geezer. It must have been limbs, bruv. Must have been limbs still. Obviously, it's the anti-climax when you get VAR robbing. You know what I'm saying? Big up to everyone in here. Let's have it right. Big up Michael, Chelsea FC. Yeah. He says, big up Johnny, always landing it. What are Clown Lake going to do to you? Ring the police. These clowns have nothing on you, man. They don't have nothing on me, bruv. Absolutely nothing. I've got them by the nutsack. Yeah. Let's have it right. No, what we need is we need the supporters to be united, and unfortunately, they are working overtime with a PR to make sure that doesn't happen. The reason they got a Simon Phillips to bullshit and lie about them scrapping the under 25 model is to stop and slow down the pressure and murmurs of protests behind the scenes, and they don't want the PR and the protests, bruv. So have it right. That's what we're doing here. Yeah. Big up to Mr. Josh. He says, keep doing what you're doing, Johnny, from a Man United fan. Big up to you, my geezer. Big up to everyone in here, bruv. Yeah? Everyone in here. We don't stop landing it on the Minerals FC. We keep it real and we fight for our club. In fact, we should have been protesting when Roman Abramovich got sanctioned, bruv. But it is what it is, bruv. Yeah? Right now, we have to protest. And I salute Don Roman because we were elite under Don Roman. We were run as a football club should be run. We were the most feared, relentlessly feared club. Do you understand me? Now it's like good evening had a game plan to just sit back and pick us off. And let's have it right. I forgot to mention, even in near the end of the game, they had a chance to win the game. I think it was Ollie Watkins who blazed it over the bar with a cutback, you know, and that would have been it, you know, 3-2, they win the game. Luckily, we got the draw in the end. But, you know, like I say, man, You can't get away with it in the Premier League. You can't keep continuing like this. And the reality is a lot of these players are just not our level, mate. And that's why our level is where we are now. This is our level. We're not that team anymore. We're not that Chelsea anymore because this is not Chels. This is Clown Lake, bruv. Yeah? This is Clown Lake, bruv. You know what I'm saying? What happens tomorrow? North London Derby. North London Derby tomorrow is very simple. Yeah? Arsenal. You got to beat them. If you don't beat them, your season's over, mate. Yeah? And then they'll be crying. They'll be Lego head out. That's how quickly it turns. That's how quickly it turns, bruv. I think Arsenal will beat Spurs. I think Spurs they're found out. They're Andrew Kangaroo. He only plays one way and he's going to get found out, bruv. Let's have it right. And I think they will. And who's it going to be? Kai Havertz being clutch again to take them closer, bruv, and put the pressure on Man City, bruv. You know what I'm saying? But if they don't, I'm smoking the Arsenal pack. Let's have it right. Strasbourg Ultras need to storm the pitch, which will give these clowns bad public image. I think we need to storm the pitch, bruv. We both need to storm the pitch. Everyone needs to storm the pitch, bruv. Yeah? I do think, actually, that's a great point. I wouldn't say fake injuries, but I do think that a lot of these players have not been injured. Some of them haven't been injured. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, bruv. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But like at the end of the day, we are relying upon players we shouldn't be relying upon. You know, we should have better quality. $1 billion spent. And I heard Dwight York, is it Dwight York, come out and said about Cole Palmer that he should stay at Chelsea. He'll regret if he leaves and this and that. Really, what would he regret? Going to a club in Champions League and being a big money signing where he knows he's going to play? Pfft, mate, I want him to stay. But the reality is, if these clowns get a big money bid for Cole Palmer, you watch the fan base have a meltdown, and that's gonna be the depiction of what this model's all about. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Big up the captain's corner. He says, Arsenal fan here. Keep landing the minerals, bruv. Respect you, my geezer. You know what I'm saying? We've got Arsenal supporters, United supporters telling us on the Minerals FC, keep landing minerals, to keep telling the truth, because it is the truth. I'm not here mudding my club. I'm mudding the owners running our football club. That's what I'm here for. Yeah? That's what I do until our standards are where they should be, until they rectify it, until they change the model. And they ain't going to change the model, bruv. Let's have it right. It's Clown Lake out, Blue Co out from me all day long. And listen, for people, like I say, why are you going around sending suits and boots with bin bags to all the employees, putting them in rooms, interrogating them, taking their mobile phones and laptops? For what fucking reason, bruv? What you hiding here? You're hiding the truth. The truth I expose, you're hiding. And it's going to come out, mate. Mwah! And we'll be sipping and drinking the Lavazza Super Crema and mudding you clowns all day long, bruv. Big up Rebel Rising. He says, I last time wrote on Twitter that I will never hate Havertz because he has brought us to Champions League. Why Chelsea fans hate this player so much? We should come together as Chelsea fans. They hate them because of they hate him because of the agenda. The agenda he got at Chelsea is why he celebrated against us with his 2 goals, or his first goal, and he got 2 goals. And the reality is they're all in the fucking mud, and they hate to be wrong, like they're wrong with Mason Mount, and that's why they fed agendas while they're at our club. Now they're not at our club. I get it. Rivalry. They're at a club now. Now we have agenda on them now. Now we don't want them to succeed. All right. The reality is they should have been at our football club. But because of the PR and because of the agenda in the fan base, these owners fed onto that. It made it easy for them to sell Kai Havertz and Mason Mount because the agenda put by platforms and wrong'uns in the fan base where they could cash in on the money. And by the sale of Havertz, they bought Strasbourg, bruv, who are protesting to want Bluco out. All right. Now, if they sell Cole Palmer, on the other hand, who everyone wants at Chelsea and doesn't have an agenda, what they're going to say, bruv? The owners have to work hard. What they'll do is they'll say with the PR, Cole Palmer wanted to leave Chelsea. He wanted to play Champions League football and no longer believed in the project and this and that. And he turned up back on us. And they'll feed agenda on Palmer. So the supporters go, oh, let him go then. Fuck off. That's how they roll it. That's exactly how it works. With any player or anything they do with the media, that's how it works. But I will not boo Havertz because he won us the Champions League, Super Cup, Club World Cup, especially. All right, and people are wrong-uns for a feeding agenda on him. And like I say, he's performing in a team that's balanced. It's got a DM, it's got a core structure mentality, it's got a style of play, and he's playing in a false nine. He's not even a striker, and he's still getting better numbers than he was at Chelsea because it's balanced. When he was last season, he was forced out in January. They ordered him to half his wages, sign a 2 extension. He said, no. What employer, right? What employee? You're an employee. You're getting paid your 100 grand a year, and your employer goes, look, we want to keep you, sign you an extra contract, but we want you to do the same job, but we're going to half your wages to 50 grand a year. But mate, I've got a mortgage, I've got this, I can't do that. I'm not going to do that. Why would you do that? So why is it all the Chelsea supporters are going, oh, fuck him, let him leave. He didn't want to stay. That's what we're talking about, bruv. They don't know what they're on about. You know what I'm saying? But we need to change the wage structure so that we can sign, big up of Rebel Rising. We need to change the wage structure, which allows you to go in the market and sign proven players, experience and winners, bruv. And then the only way you do that is with an elite gaffer, and you get the elite gaffer to recommend and fucking advise you, not data, right? Jose Mourinho came out and said, anyone who just uses data doesn't know football, yeah? I analyse with what I see, yeah? That's why Jose's a goat. He got scouts. He knew about players. He didn't need no data analytics. The data lies. The data doesn't traject in the way you think it does. There's too many contexts and situations and risks at hand to be solely reliant on data. That's the delusion from fucking Igbali and Meatloaf Bowley. That's why we are where we are, because this squad is solely based on data, mate. Fucking what wrong'uns, bruv? It wrong'uns. Absolute wrong'uns, deluded, mate. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, bruv. You know, I know what you're saying. He celebrated against us, Havertz, and yeah, I don't like seeing that. But the reality is, he's been loved there, and he wasn't loved enough at Chelsea. Really, let's be real. The supporters in the ground, there was a lot of disgruntledness, but then we did chant him all the time, bruv. I loved him, bruv. I still do. I still respect him for what he's done at our football club. He's part of our history. Now he's part of Arsenal. I don't fucking care, bruv. All right, but everything I know and everything I've said still stands about that player and about what the circumstances were at Chelsea at the time. You know what I'm saying? If you're Osimhen, are you coming to Chelsea? If you're Gyökeres, are you coming to Chelsea? If you're Ivan Toney, are you coming to Chelsea? No chance, bruv. If you're Tchouaméni, are you coming to Chelsea? If you're anyone at a bigger club right now that's above us, are you coming to Chelsea? Nah. Exactly, Chop Harris. Great point. And we said it countless times. Data does not tell you about players' heart and desire and mentality. And it also, they don't even use data for their injury records, mate, because they buy players injured, bro. No player of any pedigree will come here, and that's the fact. That's why we are where we are. They brought us to this situation. Yeah, they brought us here. But listen, big up to everyone in here, man. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe button. Love and respect to everyone that supports the channel, guys. Yeah, love and respect to everyone that supports the channel. We're very close to 11K, so make sure you do subscribe and smash a like on the stream to help it get pushed out. And let's have it right. I'll be back again, and we will land more minerals. And let's see what the PR is going to be saying over the next few days. And obviously, we got Spursy, haven't we, next week? So we've got big games coming up, bruv. We got big games. You know what I'm saying? Big games, points at stake. But the reality is, I still stand where I stood at the start of the season. We will finish mid-table, 9th or 10th. I said 8th at best. And we will not win one trophy. And I'm pretty spot on. Is that where we are after 2 years? Is this trust the process? Not moving from mid-table? I'll let you work that one out. And guys, I'm going to put it in the chat right now while we're all live. Let me get it up. Let me get it up. I want everyone to go and watch this stream after this one. All right, it's a very important stream, and Serious Minerals landed here. I'm going to put it in the chat right now. It's called Lock, Stock and Bin Bags at Chelsea. Lock, Stock and Bin Bags at Chelsea. And it's in the chat. In fact, let's pin it. Oh, shit. What have I done? Hold on. I don't know how to put it as a pin. Can you put it as starred? I'll put it as starred. All right. So make sure you go and smash a like on that and put your comments, bruv. Big up to all the MineralsFC Ultras, bruv. Shout out to Conor Gallagher and the gaffer today for getting us a point. And fuck VAR. And shout out to Emma Hayes and the women's team. You know what I'm saying? For just doing their best, but got absolutely robbed. You know what I'm saying? But respect to everyone in here. Love to everyone in here. And as always, we'll leave with the we see things you'll never see. Shout out Chelsea Old Boys. And we're going to salute our Don Roman at the end of the show. So put all your comments down below. Like, subscribe, all that. Safe journey back for all the away supporters. And up the Chels, up the MineralsFC. Let's have it right. We move.